The connection today is actor Don Beddoe. The film is The Enforcer. Humphrey Bogart plays a district attorney trying to put a crime boss behind bars. He finally gets a break when an ex-hitman promises to testify against the boss. But after the hitman tragically dies, Bogart must scramble to find anything he can that can be used to incarcerate the crime boss. Many people say that this film goes downhill after the first 20 minutes, but I disagree. Sure, it's fast-paced, but just because a movie slows down doesn't mean it's bad. If a film is nothing but action, it gets old really quick. The director credit is given to, I am going to butcher this name, so I'm just going to put it on screen. But it has Raoul Walsh's fingerprints all over it. You see, halfway through filming, Wintrust fell ill and Walsh stepped in to finish it. Walsh was a master at creating gritty crime films, and this is easily one of his best. He does a great job creating suspense in every scene, and some of the lighting choices are just so goddamn gorgeous. But to me, the star of the film is easily the script. It may be confusing at times, but if you really pay attention, it's really not that hard to follow. It's full of twists and turns that constantly keep the viewer on their toes. Literally, every time you think the story is going to go somewhere, it goes in an entirely different direction that you didn't know you wanted it to go in. And I have to say, as usual, Bogart is stellar. He really paints a gray line with his character. Even though the district attorney is trying to do a good thing, he's not against breaking the rules in order to get what he wants. There's literally a part in the film where a witness, played wonderfully by Zero Mostel, is not cooperating with Bogart.
Bogart then threatens to have Mostel's son thrown into foster care, where Mostel will never be able to see him again.
At times you start to wonder who the bad guy really is. Some people say this trait makes him a little too unlikable, but I think it makes him more interesting because it shows how his mental health has taken a toll with this case. It just shows how desperate Bogart truly is, and how he has to be a little despicable in order to do the right thing in the end. It just further asks the question, how far is too far? There is another complaint with the film that I'm only going to address vaguely because I don't want to give anything away. There's a vital clue in this case that has to do with the color or something, and the film is in black and white, and yeah, you can kind of see where people's complaints come in. Honestly, even if the film was in color, I still think many people will still see the clue coming out of nowhere, so I don't think it matters. Plus, I think part of this film's charm comes from its high contrast, shadowy cinematography, and to me, color noirs just don't have the same impact. With all the great film noirs to both Bogart and Walsh's credit, it's easy to see how this film is often overlooked. Not only that, but one of the Dirty Harry films is also called The Enforcer, so when you look up the film, the Dirty Harry movie is usually what pops up. So, if you've seen all the great Bogart noirs, check this one out and add it to your collection.